human, welcome to Salticity Magic! Today is going to be quite a chill video. I just want to talk to you a little bit about some of my spiders, give you some updates if you will. There are some good news, there are also some bad news, so we are gonna go through that. And yeah, I guess without further ado, let's just get into it. So first I would like to talk to you a little bit about my phidippusregius Bahamas girl, my little sling G, because this spider went through like the most beautiful glow up with her molts. I've been doing a lot of like rehousings lately on the channel and talking a lot about my other spiders, and I've been wanting to tell you about this like forever but just didn't have a moment, so now is the moment, okay? Anyway, so what do I even mean by the most fabulous glow up? So this is G when I first got her. She was I4 sling, I believe, when I got her. I got her as a gift. It's actually quite a funny and also emotional story because I got her as a gift because I was very sad when I first couldn't get tickets for MCR show, and she was kind of like a gift from someone very special to me to kind of like make me happy again, I suppose. It worked, by the way. Anyway, the thing is, I got her as unsexed sling, but ever since she arrived I was referring to her as her, and I really wanted to name her Gerard, right? Basically because of like the context as for how I got her, and I didn't know whether she was going to be a male or a female, but I would be calling her G everywhere. Like if you've been watching my videos, I would be mentioning her and referring to her as G, but it's like short for Gerard, okay? And turns out she is molting, I believe, to be a female. I'm mostly basing that opinion solely on her coloration, like her actual coloration, because my other phidippusregius at this stage were already like black, you know, the males phidippusregius I have. And she's basically like progressively getting rid of that black coloration that she had when she was a sling. But then again, I might be still mistaken, I'm not sure. She's still a sling, okay? But for now, I sometimes call her Gerard, I sometimes call her G, sometimes I call her Princess Gerard. And anyway, I just really wanted to show you like the difference between what she looked like when I got her versus what she looks like now. This is 2 molts later, and basically you can see like kind of like the beige color appearing on her. Her chelicerae is kind of like greenish. At some point I thought it was starting to look pink, but then with like the direct light it still looked kind of green. We will see how that changes with the next mold, but I'm just super excited about this because it's just so fascinating how these spiders can go through like so big changes with their molds. Like it's crazy, and I just really want to take a moment to like appreciate it. Though I do post like a lot of short videos of this spider and whatnot, but I really wanted to show you kind of like the change that she went through and show you like side by side almost, because it's just wild, it's just mind-blowing to me. Okay, I'm sorry about the sudden change of lighting. I just always start filming super late, and the autumn is not really helping. It's barely like 4 p.m. and it's completely dark here in Europe. Anyway, so next up I briefly want to mention Frank. He's a phidippusregius apalachicola sling, and he is currently literally my bravest phidippusregius. Despite the fact that he's still a little sling, he has been such a sweetheart. He completely loves handling, he's not scared of me at all, he does not have any issues with like touching my skin, unlike my other phidippusregius, and he's just overall like super active, always curious, always like out and about, even though today I believe he entered pre-molt. But anyways, I just really wanted to mention him because like he's so otherworldly sweet, like I can't even. And it's actually something really curious about like spiders' personalities. I'm a firm believer that every spider has their personality, because for example Onyx, my oldest jumping spider, my beautiful phidippusregius male, he has always been incredibly skittish, pretty scared, you know. He is not like a fan of handling unless I offer him a fly or like some meal that he can eat on my hand. That's the one way he can like be okay with me handling him. But literally ever since I rehoused him into his new enclosure, he did not want to come out or hang out with me or anything like that. And G, which is my third phidippusregius, the one that we were just talking about, with her last molt she became a little bit more antisocial, as I like to call it. Like she came to hang out with me like once ever since I literally like rehoused her and ever since she molted. But Frank, on the other hand, he's always up for handling. He's always up for some shenanigans. He is always curious, always super active. And I'm just overall really grateful for him because, you know, I'm not really a fan of making spiders do anything. If you are new to the channel, you might be like a little bit annoyed with it over time. But yeah, the thing is, I always try to push the idea that you need to respect your spiders, and if they do not wish to be handled, or if they do not wish to be, I don't know, taking picture of or something, I always try to tell people like just don't bother them. Okay, just don't bother your spider. And it can sometimes become a little bit boring when your spiders enter this antisocial behavior, you know, but it is what it is. They are spiders. They do what they do, and they are not exactly social animals, you know, though we see jumping spiders as such, but still they're not really social animals. Okay. But that being said, Frank is incredibly friendly and I'm just grateful for him, and I just really wanted to like mention him. And also he molted around the same times as G, so I'm thinking whether they're going to be like molting around the same time, which is like funny because they are my Gerard, you know, like Frank and Gerard. Anyway. And last but not least, let's talk a little bit about my zebra jumping spider babies. So, oh my god, this has been such a roller coaster ever since I discovered basically that I have zebra jumping spider babies. If you don't know how I came to have them, or the entire like background of this story, if you will, I'm going to leave the link to the video where I talk more about it down below. But currently I had 2 losses and 1 new spider basically emerging from the sack, and I just want to tell you, like, this has been like so stressful because I really want to give my all to like raising these spiders, but you see, raising spiders from I1, it is a little bit tricky, especially since like I have gotten them in this way that I have gotten them. I've been really trying to do everything possible. I separated them. I am currently feeding them Drosophila melanogaster, and I'm misting them and like all the jazz. Okay, I'm trying to do everything. Now, these 2 losses, I believe, is because some of these spiders, they are kind of like afraid to eat, and I don't know how to help them, basically. Some of the slings, they kind of like figured out that what I'm offering them is food, and they've been eating. I'm actually going to show you some clips here. This made me like really happy seeing them actually eating, and like their little abdomens getting a little bit more, you know, round. Slings who are currently still alive, they seem pretty active. They are very like, you know, exploring and whatnot. And there is one sling in particular that I've been like keeping an eye on like a little bit more than the others. He ate like several times. Like he's kind of like figuring this whole thing out. Like he's figuring out the fact that he's a spider, right? But yeah, the other slings, like some of them kind of like try, they like kind of like approach food, but they don't really know what to do with it, and it's really stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I literally check up on them every single day. I currently rehouse them into vials because I had them like in a little deli cups, I believe it's called, but I found these to be a little bit too big. Like I couldn't properly like monitor them, as opposed to when they're in the vials right now. It's a little bit easier for me to check up on them and stuff. It's fair to say though that like freshly hatched spiders, basically I1 stage in spiders, it's very delicate, and according to the internet it's kind of normal that not all the spiders will make it. Does this make it any easier? No. Like I was genuinely upset when I found these babies just passed. Like I think it's the frustration of not being like, you know, like there's nothing I can like do about it. There is only so much I can do. Right, this is basically it, and it's a little bit hard emotionally, and it's a little bit hard because I just want these spiders to become adults, you know. I really want to raise them and I really want them to be okay. But yeah, this is something that sadly can happen, and some slings will just not make it, and it's sad and horrible, but I'm still going to continue giving it my all. Obviously, I'm gonna continue trying to, you know, do everything I possibly can to provide them with a safe and correct, ideal environment. And yeah, hopefully we will see these spiders molting. I'm really hoping some of them will molt hopefully soon. I don't know, but either way I'm going to continue obviously letting you know, like giving you updates if anything happens. So far this is what happened. But yeah, I think now that would be it from me for this video. Sorry if this is just like a short rambly video, but I really wanted to like give you these quick little updates. So like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already. Also remember to follow me on Instagram where I post daily jumping spider content. It's this.magic with K in the end. I hope to interact with you there as well. And that would be it from me now, so stay punk, stay kind, and I'm going to be seeing you in the next video. Bye, jumping spiders!